I guess the news is that he's likely, we can kind of put it in pen that he's not going to be here for the regular season. I don't think you completely shut the door on the postseason, but we can pretty much say with confidence, no regular season for Gabe Landeskog, and that makes 3 in a row.
And we're surprised why.
I will, because again, I will go back to what they were all saying off season and preseason, and even from Gabe Landeskog's mouth of saying it's sooner rather than later.
I get it. The thing that about this press conference with Chris McFarland, I feel like the way he's talking, the line that has been headlines for a while today is, you know where this is going. That's not ideally promising.
What Chris McFarland said is true. He's awarded all the time he needs to be 100%, as close to 100% ready as he can be with this injury. But are the Avalanche telling him at this stage in the season, you don't need to push it because we need to make moves at the trade deadline, and we can't really fit you in. We have nowhere to fit you in right now.
And I get that, but what in the world are you doing? Like, why are we giving another year off for Landeskog and saying, oh, but the playoffs? What about a guy who hasn't played the game in almost 3 years excites me for him showing up in the playoffs?
There's been no moves that the Avalanche have not made, and you can point to say like Gabe Landeskog is the reason they couldn't make that move. It hasn't happened because his number's not on the books. So you do that because in the playoffs, and here's the risk of it. Like if say he was ready to go and you bring him in, you can't do it now. And then he does do those 1 or 2 shifts and he's like, guys, I can't do this. And now you're stuck. Now you can't go make moves to put in place of Gabe Landeskog. But in the playoffs, if he does that in the playoffs, you're for a game, but then you can remove him and then you have the rest of your roster that you already had for the regular season in place for the playoffs. It makes sense. But they're not going to do it right now. At this point in the game, they're not going to bring him back in. And then if he can't go, well, the information would have been useful to me yesterday type of thing. And now we can't make moves. They're making the moves now and then welcome him back for the playoffs, hopefully, if he's ready to go. And if it doesn't work, the team that you just finished the regular season with is still intact. I'll take Chris McFarland's job tomorrow. Thank you.